Being sensitive to sandfly bites actually can really spoil it for a lot of people.
Some people say you build up an immunity to sandfly bites, but I've heard it's in the thousands before you get that.
You come up in blotches, it's itchy, you can't sleep at night, so we want to give you some tips on how to avoid getting bitten.
According to Maori legend, on seeing the natural beauty of the Southern Sounds, one of the gods feared that humans would want to live there forever. So, to remind people of their frailty and mortality, she released the Sandflies, Namu, and commanded them to fly into the Sounds. They've been doing a fantastic job ever since, especially around Milford Sound.
If you're in the North Island of New Zealand, you're likely to encounter mosquitoes, especially the further up you go where it gets warmer and more humid. If you're on the South Island like us, sandflies are the real problem.
Any of the national parks in the South Island tend to have sandflies. Milford Sound, the Kahurangi National Park. If you're visiting the West Coast, they'll just about pick you up and take you away. We're based right adjacent to the Abel Tasman National Park, so we needed to get onto it about that pretty quickly. What are the natural ways to stop getting bitten by sandflies? Here are our best tips.
Covering up, that's a really good one. Long sleeve top, light coloured long sleeve pants, really good. Favourite place where mozzies and sandflies are going to get you are your ankles. So socks will be a good idea, especially in the evening hours. Also a scarf can be really helpful to cover up around your neck and around your head. What are the differences between mosquitoes and sandflies? Sandflies are more daytime active. Once the sun's down, the sandflies usually go to sleep. We've heard that actually they can't see in the dark, so they're not much trouble. But in the dark, definitely mozzies will come out. And they can bite through a lot of thinner fabrics. So if you want to cover up, you need to either choose thick clothing or loose clothing. So if you're going to wear sunscreen, put it on first and then apply the insect repellent afterwards when that's soaked in.
If you go for a swim or you're sweating from exercise, it's a good idea to reapply more regularly. Obviously, if you get bitten, you know you need to put some on. Our bug spray can last up to 6 hours, and our bug balm we say to reapply every 2 to 4 hours.
So the favourite time for mozzies and sandflies would be a cloudy, still day. When it's rainy or windy, you're mostly safe of them. And if you're planning on a picnic, you're likely to attract insects while you're sitting down. So you'll want to apply your insect repellent at the beginning of your picnic, but keep in mind not to get any on your food, and also either rub it in with the back of your hands or wash your hands before you eat. So some say that sandflies could be considered like a personal trainer, because as long as you move, they don't bother you much. But when you sit down to rest, it doesn't take long and they show up. You better keep exercising. If you're traveling around in a camper van and you come to a place, then make sure you shut your doors and your windows, because otherwise sandflies and mosquitoes can invade it. And then when you want to rest in there later, it'll be a bother.
If you've got children, always check the label for the recommended age for when to use an insect repellent, because each one has different levels of the most active ingredient and the concentration. I know with my daughter, I tend to try to cover up, and if not, then I use the gentlest option available. We recommend the Tui Bug Balm for babies from 6 months, as that has the lower concentration of the active ingredient. You can never have too many natural insect repellents on hand. Yes, I'm biased, but keep a Tui Balms, bug balm or bug spray in the bathroom, in your glove box, in your tramping bag, anywhere you go.
They breed in fast-flowing water, so wherever you get near waterways, rivers, lakes, or also on the beach, you can expect there to be sandflies.
Mosquitoes breed in stagnant water, so it's always good to check your property and places around for any sitting water. Go around at the start of summer and empty out any buckets and drums that have collected water over the winter and reduce the breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Yeah, why choose a natural insect repellent when you know that the DEET-based ones work really well? A lot of people have sensitive skin now and they might have a reaction to anything that's not natural. And also there's a growing awareness that what we put on our skin goes into our bodies.
If you're already using DEET and you're worried that using a natural insect repellent won't be as effective, we'd like to reassure you that a lot of research has been done on our magic ingredient, which is PMD in the form of citropel, and it is taken from 2 essential oils, either lemon eucalyptus or lemongrass, and then concentrated to a level which is an effective natural insect repellent and can last for up to 6 hours. There is a range of natural insect repellents to choose from, and but ours is the best. We know that our natural insect repellent works across all these different types of biting insects, including the mount mauler, mosquitoes, and the different types of sandflies that you find in New Zealand. It's also effective against ticks, and we've had reports of it being effective against wasps. Some other reasons to feel good about buying a natural insect repellent from us is you're supporting the ethos of our working environment, which is a workers' cooperative where we donate our profits out to charities at the end of each year. So you can feel good about where your money's going as well as what you're putting on your skin.
Hopefully these tips have been helpful for you to enjoy the great outdoors in New Zealand even more. If you got any more tips, please let us know.